Welcome to today's Research Business Daily Report, where we've got a contrarian comment about the validity of ROI marketing by CMOs, and then an outsider's pro and con evaluation of the progress made by Rentrak in the TV viewing measurement area. And finally, a would you believe about the interest in data scientists and market research professions. RBDR is sponsored proudly today and this week by FocusVision, your single source solution for quantitative and qualitative research. And FocusVision, along with AOL and SSI, wants you to have access to a new study they've done into how video survey variables both help and hinder a research project, both participation and completion levels. We'll give you access to that study at the end of today's report. Who is Matt Goddard, and why is he saying those awful things about ROI? Well, it's because who is not aware of the immense pressure on CMOs? Goddard, who is the CEO of R2 Integrated, blogged on drum.com about the sources of those pressures on CMOs. And he zeroed in on corporate obsession with return on investment measurement of marketing spending. And to be perfectly clear, he said right at the start, quote, airtight ROI tracking is a mirage, end of quote. Goddard propped up a 2015 CMO survey report that highlights the 42% of CMOs who claim that they can quantitatively demonstrate the short-term impact of marketing spend, as well as the 34% who said they can prove long-term impact. And Goddard argued that, quote, those 42% and 34% of CMOs are either overconfident or they are pure e-tailers using a select few channels. In a second attention-getting declaration, Goddard declared, quote, cross-channel attribution is infinitely complex and, here comes the big point, often misleading, end of quote. Goddard said that even the most technologically mature companies out there will mess up cross-channel attribution, and they can delude themselves into spending on services that really will not have an impact on sales. Goddard's bottom line about this situation: CMOs cannot perform well under the microscope and the pressure of delusional expectations because they don't help any company succeed. He said, quote, it's okay for a CMO to say, look, I'll measure everything I can measure, but my team can't be accountable for tracing every dollar to a sale, end of quote. Now, I just wonder, with all this behind us, if managements out there are listening, much less willing to swallow hard and say, okay, what do we do instead? Moving on, Wayne Friedman on TVNewsCheck.com gave Rentrak's headway in TV measurement a general thumbs up. He said, quote, at least it's a compliment to Nielsen with tangible benefits for TV stations and media agencies, end of quote. Friedman reported 429 stations in 154 markets are now using Rentrak data, though its sample is not representative and is instead weighted and modeled. Rentrak, Friedman analyzed, has been most effective in smaller Nielsen diary markets because of its daily data, its 24/7 coverage, and more stable ratings than Nielsen can provide. All of those are positive selling tools. In large markets, Katz Media Group EVP of Strategy, Analytics, and Research, Stacy Lynn Schulman, says Rentrak is providing, quote, more tools, more ammunition, end of quote. Media agencies like Rentrak's melding of viewership and product purchase data, according to Friedman. And Rentrak EVP of Local Television, Stephen Walsh, admitted to Friedman the media measurement business needs to expand its linear and VOD measurement to take in mobile, tablet, and online TV viewing information. And finally, it's only one U.S. market, happens to be Chicago, but the online job searches for the position data scientist grew faster last year than any other potential job situation. That according to the Chicago Tribune's Elejalde-Ruiz. There was an 82% leap last year in searches for the data scientist position. And third on the fastest growth list for job searches was market research. That's your Research Business Daily Report, sponsored by FocusVision, your single source for solution for quantitative and qualitative research. FocusVision and AOL plus SSI have just released a white paper that describes and analyzes their study about surveys that follow videos. Considering how video consumption is so hot, this is a compelling piece of research for any researcher who's even thinking about posing questions to respondents about a video. Look for the link to this study in today's RBDR. We hope you have a great research day, and as usual, please prepare to join us again here tomorrow.